The real Wargamer here with a Rebel Yell. Still on Module 2 rules with the White Oak Swamp scenario. Advanced fire markers. Place advanced fire markers on units that execute advance or en passant fire. So in the last segment, the Union action segment, when these guys pulled back here, this Confederate stack executed en passant fire. I should have marked them with an advanced fire marker. These are placed as soon as a unit executes either type of fire. Units that have advanced fire markers receive a -2 fire line modification when firing. Units with advanced fire markers on them may not fire in the next friendly small arms segment after the segment in which the markers are placed. So that is this segment. So we've moved from segment G, which was P1 actions, which in this case is the Union side. Union is player 1 in this scenario, so they finished all of their actions. And then we moved to segment I, or India, which is P2 small arms segment, small arms fire segment, and P2 is the Confederates here. Player 2, is the Confederates. So this is the small arms fire following the action segment that that advanced fire marker was placed. So, for example, here, they can, with smoothbore muskets, they can fire at 2 hexes at a 0.5 range factor, but because they have the advanced fire marker there, they cannot. Advanced fire chits are removed at the end of every friendly action or small arms segment. So that will come off this at the end of this small arms fire segment. During a friendly action segment, units with advanced fire markers may fire. However, they suffer the -2 fire line modification. Units executing en passant fire do have advanced fire chits placed on them, which is exactly what I've done here. So let's see what's going on here. This is just a great design. So in the last segment, the Union action segment, the whole line here, just as an example, just some observations. I think that is what these learning scenarios are for, not only just to get the rules, and there are a lot of rules, but also I think to get the general flow of the game as well. So in the last segment of the Union action segment, for example, this whole line fired against the opposite Confederate line, and they all had a -2 fire line penalty because they were all covered with advanced fire markers. At the end of that segment, all those markers came off. Now it is the P2 or Confederate small arms fire segment, so might as well return fire here. But I am assuming, let's just use one example. Let's use this stack against this one. And I think a lot of these are going to be very similar. So they are firing. There's no, again, the elevation line, it's virtually impossible probably to see on the screen, but the elevation line's behind the Confederates. So they're on the same level as the Union target. Union target is definitely obviously in woods. So already there's a -1 for woods. And I think all the Union are in woods. Woods, yeah. Okay, so there's already a -1 for woods. And then, well, being disrupted, that's -3 already. And then let me see what else applies. That's good that they have their battle. They haven't even taken any losses, but okay. I think that's woods. Target status, they're in good order and everything. They're not flanked, they're not advancing, they're not charging, they're not skirmishers, they're not undercover. Well, I can see that's coming later. Yeah, so my point is, you have 3 units stacked. You know, you're going to have your basic, for smoothbore muskets, you're going to have your basic 4 fire factors per for 12. They haven't taken any O losses yet. So here's an example. Here's the combat results table. So they have a 12 down 4 lines. So we're starting on the 12 to 14 line. You're going 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going down to the 5 line. So 12 to 14 down to 5. It's basically halved firepower, right? Basically. And I think that's going to be the story across the board here, across the line here. It's going to be roughly half firepower. And this is just small arms fire segment. So again, don't have any ammo rules. Yeah, I have not encountered any ammo rules. So I don't really see a reason not to use small arms fire when you can. So I will have them fire, probably have these 2 fire on the center, and then this flank unit fire on that target. Actually, I guess I have to do this in order because combat results could change what's going on here. But I'll do that, and I'll just come back if anything unusual happens. Otherwise, we'll see the results of all this Confederate fire. This isn't unusual or anything, but this first attack here, they got the question mark result, and which means that the target, the Union in this case, have to pass a disorganization check. They failed miserably. So it's turned into a D result, and because it's turned into a D result, I am assuming that they can still roll again. Isn't that interesting? No, the only time a unit may attempt to take an O hit instead of the disruption is when they are in good order, not disrupted, that's these guys here, and when they receive a D or question mark combat result. Alright, so I assume they can. So my question is, they can try another disorganization check. And I think if they succeed, take an O hit. But I'm still not sure what is going on with this mechanic. Maybe it's as simple as, so it's one of these. Well, I mean, they do have to roll to get that one hit, but let's see what happens there. We'll go ahead. I'm going to try again. Oh, they got another 9. They rolled another 9. So they failed. So if it fails the check, it remains disrupted. Okay, so is it as simple as this mechanic is supposed to give you an option to hold ground and take a loss, or not take losses but become kind of brittle for retreat purposes? Which again is this mechanic simply giving you an option to try to hold ground with losses or give ground while saving losses? Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm surprised I can't see a better, more straightforward explanation, but I'm going to keep experimenting with this. Okay, so the Confederates wound up causing some disruption on the ends of the Union line there. We're moving on to the next segment that we use at Module 2 level, and that's segment M, P1 actions or Union actions. First thing I think is we check for command and control, and now they are adjacent to their regimental flag, so I think they're good. The other thing is that this is when the reinforcements arrive. Let's talk about that real. This is 4-1 regiment. They come in on the far western edge of the map there. They are. This regiment is 6 companies. Stacking limit is 8. So they can move as a stack. It's going to be very slow going because it's going to be slow going because we only have, wait. It's going to be slow going because we only have line formation. That's why. When we get to column formation, movement will be doubled. But here it's going to be slow going. So, every unit only has 10 movement point allowance. It's 2 per clear hex. In line formation, which is the only one we have so far at this level of rules, mean that you're paying the other terrain in a pike hex. So, in other words, you're paying 2 per clear terrain hex as you move along the pike. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So basically 5 hexes. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be very slow going. Getting the reinforcements up, I'm talking that through because that's what I figured out before starting here. Union. Union. So probably going to pull this flank back and then it's interesting. On this flank, I'm looking. Do I take an action to try to rally? Oh, by the way. Oh. No, they're good. And they're good. Okay, so units stacked with the regimental flags rallying, automatically rallying, but still having to use a rally action, I guess isn't an issue here. So yeah, I'm going to pull this flank back 1 hex. And then here, the trade-off of firing disrupted or trying to rally. I think I'll probably try to rally over here. Not sure that's the best tactic. Maybe I should keep the fire up. But I'll try to rally. Let's talk about movement here. Obviously, Union movement phase. I wanted to pull these units back. And I was thinking, after I was done, I was wondering, is it really this easy to retrograde? And then that kind of jogged my memory. Oh yeah. Units that change facing more than once in a friendly action segment become disrupted. But previously disrupted units suffer no additional effect. So actually, when these guys pulled back from here, they changed facing twice. They would have been disrupted, except they were already disrupted. They were already disrupted, so no further effect. Now when they retrograde here, well, I'll go in order. This stack moved from here. They turned around for free. Again, that's free from disruption. Moved back into the wood line here and turned facing back around again. And it's that second facing change that disrupts them because they were not disrupted before. So that's a fairly weighty penalty for doing too much facing change, for too many facing changes. Okay, now we'll do some firing over here on the Union right. Okay, I said firing. I should have said rallying. They each, so this stack over here, no O losses involved. Actually should be no morale modifiers. I'm going to review those again. O hits, flanked by fire assault, out of command, stacked with flag, stacked with leader. Leaders are coming. And earthworks. Don't have that. Earthworks. Earthworks. Are earthworks a chit or a terrain feature? Earthworks. Earthworks. I didn't even think about earthworks. They are, oh, well, earthworks must be breastworks. Oh, what about in okay, those are map terrain features. Huh. Okay, yeah, so no morale factors involved. So unions, units with a morale of 5, they rolled an 8, they fail, they do not rally, and this stack over here also rolled an 8, and so does not rally. Oh no, I can fire with the good order stack in the center can fire. They'll fire at their, let's see, they'll fire at their, do they fire at, no. I think, I was about to say, surprised those Confederates haven't been able to fix, I'm assuming it's an able thing, fix their stacking. So do I fire against this one? Has the benefit of the regimental flag, but the top unit already has 2 O hits? Or do I fire at this stack that's already disrupted? I think it's still, I'm going to go against the disrupted one. So we know it's the base, or yeah, I'll call it base. The 12 for 3 units stacked together, no O hits. Then let's see what line modifiers they're firing into woods. Yes, they are. So that's already -1. By the way, I was looking at this. I wonder how I treat these partial woods hexes. They're all. I started looking at this one, but they're all along here. And I mean, those are the ones I noticed. How do I deal with those partial woods hexes? I'm not sure. Anyways, 12 -1 for firing into the woods. Target status isn't anything. No. Firing unit, no. No, it's actually not. I don't see anything. It's just -1 for the woods. So we go from the 12 to 14 line to the 10 to 11 line. Oh, we got a 3. That's low. What we want. That is a D result. Okay. That is a D result, and they are already disrupted. So they cannot roll for an O hit because they're already disrupted. So but a disrupted or routed unit that receives a D combat result treats the result as a 1-O hit. Wait, what's the difference there? I'm thinking quickly off the top of my head. I'm not sure what the difference is there. All right, so there, but then they no, I don't think they have to do an organization disorganization check. But I wonder about that. No, I don't think so. I'm assuming that you only have to do that when the original combat result is a 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, I think so. Okay. All right. that is the P1 action segment. I think I'm done. Yeah. Oh. I'm just looking at this. I'm still trying to figure out, see, it has the a unit may never rally in the same segment that it became disorganized, routed, or disrupted. But you can only rally as an action in a friendly player action segment. So how would you become disorganized in your action segment and still have an action to think that you could rally? I don't know. Not sure about that.